Okay, I think it has started.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, good. And yes, we are going to start actually with checking up and talking about second conditional, right? And we'll compare. Ekaterina is here. Very good. So you're not going to work for the whole group alone. Mm-hmm. Ekaterina, hello, hello.
Hello, I'm sorry.
Nice to see you. Ekaterina, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I thought I can't join the class, but
Mhm.
suddenly one patient cancelled
All right.
the appointment. So
Not very good thing actually to cancel the appointment, right? But nice that the patient canceled the appointment in English time, English lesson time, right? Because Ola has started worrying that she is going to be alone, in the class. Right. Yes, Artem and Hava, they are away on holiday, right? So that is why we are only in a small group today. Okay, so ladies, then let's begin and we'll have a look at conditional sentences and we will practice them today a bit. And first of all, let's quickly refresh what is a second conditional, how we use it, and what in what cases do we need to use them. Okay, second conditional. And I've got an example which I have already given today. If I were in Italy now, I would go shopping and enjoy tasty food. Tasty food. All right. Food, sorry. Food. Sounds good, right?
yes,
Am I in Italy now?
no.
No. Okay, Ola, can I change it somehow that I'm not in Italy now? Can I change it now?
I can be in Italy in months.
Yeah, in the future, right? But now
In the
I
future.
can't change anything, right? So that is why this situation is imaginary.
Mhm.
Yeah, I only use my fantasy, or if I were in Italy, it would be totally different. The situation is imaginary. Is my situation talking about past, present, or future?
Present.
Present, yeah? The situation is in present, now. And after the word if, Yekaterin, what form do we have to use?
Past.
Yeah, it can be. Usually it is past simple. It can be not only past simple, but usually it is past simple. But any past form, right? And the second part of a sentence, Ola, what is the form?
Would plus infinitive.
Yes, exactly. It is would plus infinitive. It can be also negative form, and it would be
Wouldn't.
would or wouldn't plus infinitive. That is right. Okay. Can I change the parts of my sentence? Can I say I would go shopping and enjoy tasty food if I were in Italy? Is that possible?
Yes.
Yes, quite possible. That is no problem. We always need to look at if and what part comes after if. Let's try. Okay. Here we are. So we've got here Andrea who posted a question. Would you work a 3-day week if you could? If yes, why? If not, why not? Let's see what do people say. So, Yekaterina, would you like to read for Daisy? What is your opinion about it?
If my boss didn't reduce my wages, I think it would be wonderful
Mhm.
and I would spend more time with my family for sure.
Wonderful. All agree?
Yes, agree.
Yes. Okay, good. Ola, go on. Keisha.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Keisha,
Mm-hmm.
actually, I would prefer it if you chose the number of hours you worked each day. If you worked only 3 days, my clients would get annoyed.
Absolutely. Ekaterina, agree with everything?
Yes, agree.
Yeah, good. Then, Tom, Timon, for you.
Mhm. Staff would be much happier and healthier if they were if they had more time.
Perfect, perfect. All the same?
Yes, the same.
Yes. And then for you, Maya?
Who would pay for extra work to be done? If it didn't cost anything, of course, I would support it.
Okay, great, great. So, ladies, and the question to you, what do you think? Would you like to work a 3-day working week? And if yes, why? If not, why not? Maybe you agree with anyone in here. So, Yekaterina, how about you? A 3 working week day?
Of course, it is wonderful, but it depend
On.
Yes.
It depends on.
The period of life.
Mhm.
1 year ago, I have this way, and I have a 3 working day because I had very young child, and I was very tired all the time. But in this period, my child is grew up,
Has grown, yeah.
has grown, and I have more energy and power for work. So I decided that I can work more days in a week.
Okay, okay. So you prefer, yeah, working more days in a week?
Nowadays, yes, of course, because the empty days in a week, it is very скучно.
Boring. Yeah.
Boring.
Oh, wow. Amazing. That's nice answer. Ola, what about you? Would you like to?
I almost agree with Keisha because I prefer to work more days in the week, but I would like to choose how many hours I can work.
Yes, this is a great idea, actually. I also like it when, for example, some days I work more hours, but the next day is free for me, yeah? So I can be a little flexible in it. Yeah, these are great answers. Thank you very much. Good. Now we will discuss some questions. And in these questions, of course, we will also try to use our second conditional form. And I'm going to show the questions to you. Okay, have a look, please. I've got here actually 12 questions, yeah? And most of the questions have this word would in them, right? For example, what circumstances would you leave a restaurant without paying? Yeah, for example, so would question, or in what circumstances would you change jobs? And here is an interesting word in every question: circumstances. Does anyone know what it is? Circumstances.
I can't pronounce it.
It's difficult to pronounce, but we will practice it, no worries. Ekaterina, any idea what it means?
Обстоятельства.
Обстоятельства, отлично, ага. And now let's try to pronounce it. In fact, it is not so much difficult. Yes, the first letter here would be pronounced as S. Yeah, the next one and then it's easier. Circumstances.
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 Beautiful. And now a little faster. Circumstances.
Circumstances.
Very good. Ola, circumstances.
Circumstances.
Beautiful. Екатерин, circumstances.
Circumstances.
Отлично. Теперь не смотрим на него. Circumstances.
Circumstances.
Okay, Ola, try again. Circumstances. Don't look, yeah? Just pronounce as you hear.
Circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. You will have 12 questions. In every question, you will need to pronounce this word, so you will remember how to do it. What I would like to do is, would you please look at these 12 questions and choose 6 questions you would like to ask your partner. You can write their number, yeah, in your copybook. For example, I want to ask number 3, 5, 7, whatever. Okay? A minute for you.
6 questions.
6 questions you would like to ask your partner. Write their numbers. Numbers 11 and 12, you could complete with your own ideas, yeah? Mhm. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Екатерин, can you ask me any question you want?
Margarita, in what circumstances would you lie to your best friend?
Wow, this is a difficult question. Okay, so I think I would lie to my best friend only if it is something for the better, not to upset my best friend. And I think I would lie to my best friend, I don't know, if it would not be something life-changing for her. Yeah. For example, if my best friend made a haircut which is not very good, I would lie to her and say that it looks okay, because I would not like to upset her, but it is also not a life-changing situation, right? So something like that. All right,
Okay.
now ladies, please work together. Ask the questions to your partner. Try to use conditionals, right, with would, if only. After you are ready, you will tell me about most interesting answers you heard. Okay, so Ol, it will be your question now to you, Katerina, and then one by one.
Mhm. Now,
Yeah.
Ekaterina, in what circumstances would you change job?
I think if I had small wages, or if my wages decreased, in these circumstances, I would change it.
Mhm. It's nice. Agree.
Olga, in what circumstances would you leave a restaurant without paying?
Mm. I had one time in my life this case. In case if I found some mosquitoes in my plate, I would ask waitress,
Yeah.
and I would leave restaurant without paying.
Okay. I imagine situation with pain in stomach, for example.
Pain.
I imagine the situation, the reason of leaving, the сильный, ну ладно, the pain in stomach.
In
Ну, очень сильно заболел живот.
pain in stomach.
Если сильно заболел живот, то убежал и без оплаты.
Yes, it's
Okay.
also can happen.
Yes.
Katerina, in what circumstances would you stay at home all weekend?
If I were very tired after working week, I would stay at home all weekend. Or if I was ill, for example, I would stay.
Okay, thank you.
Olga, in what circumstances would you let a stranger use your phone?
If I saw stranger needs very much phone to call somebody, to call somebody, I would I would give him a phone. For example, if stranger wants to call emergency for somebody.
Yes, yeah, I agree with you.
Приготовилась следующую. Katya, in what circumstances would you? It's also 6. In what circumstances would you wear a bear costume?
I think if I was in any как праздник-то? Children's celebration, celebration for children, and if any animator was gone, or or didn't come. I would wear a bear costume that children were not upset.
Great idea.
The children, кстати, wouldn't be upset, наверное, правильно сказать.
Children.
Что вот я надела бы костюм. I would wear a bear costume. That, children wouldn't be upset. Oh yeah. In what circumstances would you break a window?
A break это выбить.
Разбить.
If I had a dangerous situation, for example, accident with my car, I would break a window in my car.
I see. Thank you.
Katya, in what circumstances would you use a different name for yourself?
Так, это где?
It's number 10.
I don't know. If I was a spy, или как там, шпион, in the other country, maybe I would have to use a different name. Unfortunately, I don't imagine the other situation. Maybe about surname, it is more real.
Yeah.
But for name, I don't know.
Yes, name, it's only for maybe it's for free girls. Maybe when she had a meeting with strange man. Sometimes she could use another name.
For fun. That's all, I think. 6 sentences. Yes?
So did you have 6 questions that you asked your partner? Perfect. Could you please think of the answer that you liked best of all? Maybe it was the funniest or the most surprising, whatever. So Ola, what about you? What answer did you like that you heard?
I like answer when Katerina said that she would use another name, a different name, if she was a spy.
Spy, yeah, if she was a spy. Right. That's a nice imaginary situation, yes. Cool. Ekaterina, how about you? Which answer did you like?
What about Olga? She once she had to leave the restaurant without paying because she found mosquitoes in her plate.
Right, in her plate, right? Food. That is a disgusting situation, isn't it? To find something extra, yes, which is not the ingredient of the food.
Awful.
Yes. Ola, have you ever experienced it?
Yes, in Prasan Cafe.
Oh my gosh, what was there in your food?
It was a salad, Greek salad, and I don't know why I've done it, but I take a
In the
salad.
past, yeah.
I took green salad,
Mm-hmm.
and the other side of the salad was a lot of black.
Insects, yeah.
Yes.
Insects. Oh my gosh. How did the restaurant deal with this situation?
They excused and said that I hadn't to pay for this,
Mhm.
and gave me a dessert
Mhm.
like a compliment for free.
Right. I see. I see. Okay. So let's think. I had to pay past form. How to make it negative? So I had to pay.
I hadn't.
It's just like any other past simple.
I didn't have to pay.
I didn't have to pay. Right. So negatives. Good. Okay, ladies. So, and previously we were speaking about societies, right? And we were speaking about the ideas what makes our society healthy. We were also speaking about some films, right? That show some imaginary societies. Today we will speak about the perfect society as well. Before that, we will listen to some people talking about it. Just a second. Okay, have a look. So you're going to discuss your ideal society. First, listen to 3 people doing the same. Which of the ideas do they discuss? Let's look. Here are some ideas. We will need to note down which of these ideas do they talk about. Do you understand them all, first of all?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Now please listen and note down which topics do they talk about. Let's go.
Unit 9. Recording 9.
Wouldn't it be great if everyone had a home for free?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
But how would you do that?
What do you mean?
Well, who would decide where people lived?
I guess people would just keep the homes they were in, and anyone who was homeless would get a new place.
And what if you owned 2 homes?
Well, the government would give one of them to a homeless person.
That's a bit unfair, isn't it? And what would happen if you wanted to move or relocate?
I don't know. Maybe you would have to ask someone else to swap their home with yours.
I don't think that's a good idea. It'd be better if everyone had a job and then they could afford to buy the home they wanted.
So which topic do they discuss?
Everyone has a free home.
Right. And in fact, here it is not stated, right? Yes, the second one. Everyone has a free home. Do they agree or do they disagree?
I think women not agree.
A woman disagrees.
Disagree.
Okay, Yekaterina, what do you think?
Yes, a woman in the end of the conversation disagreed.
Yeah, she disagreed. Okay, let's listen to the recording one more time and take notes on which points do they make. What do they say about it? Why is it a good idea? Why is it not a good idea? Right, and then we compare.
Unit 9. Recording 9.
Wouldn't it be great if everyone had a home for free?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
But how would you do that?
What do you mean?
Well, who would decide where people lived?
I guess people would just keep the homes they were in, and anyone who was homeless would get a new place.
And what if you owned 2 homes?
Well, the government would give one of them to a homeless person.
That's a bit unfair, isn't it? And what would happen if you wanted to move or relocate?
I don't know. Maybe you would have to ask someone else to swap their home with yours.
I don't think that's a good idea. It'd be better if everyone had a job and then they could afford to buy the home they wanted.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Yekaterin, what points does the man make for the free homes for everyone? What points does he make?
The man said
Mhm,
that it would be fine that everyone had a free home.
mhm. Why does he think so?
Why? Because it is good idea, and the government would give the home to anyone.
Right, exactly. Ol, and why does the woman disagree?
She disagree because
Sorry, once again, she?
disagree.
Z.
Disagrees because she doesn't understand how people in this case can moved and can relocate it.
Yep, that's right.
That's why she proposed to have more money.
Yeah, so the people should have the jobs.
Yes, they talked about homeless people.
Yeah, but anyway, even homeless people should get the jobs
And
afford.
have a money for buy a house.
The houses, that is right, and the man said if you want to relocate or change the place, you would swap to someone else, right? With someone else, so you can swap. Do you know the word swap?
Поменяться как-то, что ли?
Yes, this is right, very good. Swap. These days swap parties are very popular. Have you ever heard of swap parties? No?
No.
They're very popular now in Russia, in Europe, everywhere. So people rent a place and they bring their clothes that they don't want anymore, but the clothes are in good condition. Maybe you just you took weight or you lost weight, your clothes is good, but you don't want it anymore. You bring it there and women swap clothes. Yeah, they come and see if it suits them or not, right? Yes, they are called swap parties. So if you see a swap party, you understand what it is, right?
So it is about clothes, yes?
If it is a swap party, then it is about clothes. Yes, some maybe some jewelry or whatever. Yeah, bags, shoes. Right. Me personally, I've never been to a swap party, but I've seen a lot of the swap parties on the internet. And one of my colleagues from Kaliningrad, she organized some swap parties. People believe that it is a green lifestyle, and you give the clothes a chance to live longer. Right. Which is not a bad idea, I believe. In Berlin, it is also very, very popular. People organize swap parties a lot. Yeah. Right. Okay, so yes, the chance to give everyone a free home, yes. And Yekaterin, the woman asked a question: what if somebody owned 2 houses? What would happen? What did the man propose?
I didn't understand it.
No, Ol, and you? No? Okay, let's check this part. Yes, what is his idea? How would everyone get their free home? Let's check it.
That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Unit 9. Recording 9.
Wouldn't it be great if everyone had a home for free?
Do you think so?
Yeah.
But how would you do that?
What do you mean?
Well, who would decide where people lived?
I guess people would just keep the homes they were in, and anyone who was homeless would get a new place.
And what if you owned 2 homes?
Well, the government would give one of them to a homeless person.
That's a bit unfair, isn't it? And what would happen if you wanted to move or relocate?
I don't know. Maybe you would have to ask someone else to swap their home with yours.
I don't think that's a good idea. It'd be better if everyone had a job and then they could afford to buy the home they wanted.
Okay, so Yekaterina, what does the moment propose if you had 2 homes?
The government
Would give imaginary situation. Thanks God, imaginary.
would give the one of these homes to any homeless person.
Right, and the woman thinks it is unfair, right?
Yeah.
Well, who do you agree with, the man or the woman? Do you think having a free home is a good thing, right, and is a sign of a good and healthy society?
Yes, I think it's not a bad idea, but I most support woman's opinion.
Right. Why is that?
Because a lot of homeless people don't like to work, and they would like would like to be lazy and get all
Comfort, yeah.
Comfort free, and it's not so good for health society.
Okay, Yekaterina, and who do you agree with?
It is difficult decision. Of course, homeless persons is the very bad situation, but the home would be different. If any small apartment or a huge home in the countryside. Of course, if a person
Earned, we imagine.
Earned the money and build the huge home, it is unfair to give it someone else.
Definitely true. Right.
So a government would try to give
Supply. Supply.
Would try to supply homeless people any cheaper apartment.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and it can be a good idea that the government builds the houses, yeah, especially for homeless people, right? I find this idea also as a very nice idea to supply all people with the home, right, and with the apartment. But it's unfair to take my or someone's apartment, yes, and give it to homeless people. In fact, in Soviet Union, it was a similar idea. Yes, every family had to have the apartment, yes, and all people got a free apartment to live in. Yeah, so it was a very similar idea, but it depended on how many people are there in the family, yes, what kind of job did people have, and so on and so forth, right? Okay, ladies. Now I will ask you to think about the perfect society for you, or ideal society. What things could be changed? What things could be done? And here are some ideas. Maybe some of them you like, right? Maybe some of them you would like to suggest and give reasons why.
I think the good, happy society is a low level of poverty and criminal and or crime,
Crime.
and так, достаточный.
What comes next, Ekaterina?
Так, ладно. Perfect level of wages for all people. Maybe not so huge of taxes, как налоги.
Texas.
No wars, of course, and high level of education. For example.
Okay. Could I ask you about the low taxes for people? What do you think? Can you explain why do you think it's a good idea?
Because it
So if we had, you can use conditional. If we had little taxes and
if we had little taxes, people would earn more money and would be able to get their own business.
You might be right on one hand. On the other hand, many European countries have very, very high taxes, and with these taxes, they get schools, good transport system, yes, good medical services, and other things. And of course, this is all paid from their taxes. They are also very supported. If they lose the job, they get high support from the government. What do you think about it?
I know, for example, in different European countries, it is very high level of пособия.
Support, governmental support,
Supports. And a lot of people, maybe I'm not right, maybe Margarita, you know better, but a lot of people get high level of support and they need not to work.
Yeah, they don't need to work, which is also true. You can say it absolutely. It's a very interesting situation, right? I don't know. For me personally, imagine that I'm a person who works, and who loses the job. I'm not stressed then, because I get the money from the government. And I can look for the job, or I can study and get new qualification. This is a good thing. The bad thing, Ekaterina, you are totally right. So many people say, why should I work? I get enough money from the government. What's the point? And it is a very controversial question, yes, but in many countries the taxes are too high. I think Sweden, if I'm not mistaken, Sweden has the highest taxes in Europe. Sweden, I think so, like 45% of the salary is the taxes. Can you imagine? Yes.
For example,
my salary.
Sorry? Almost half of the salary. Imagine, it's a lot, isn't it? Yes.
Yes, my friends in Italy has to pay 40%, and she didn't. She doesn't satisfied this because when she had a problem with her heart, she needed a doctor, but for free doctor, she she had to wait for a long time,
Yes.
several months, and she had to pay for a doctor and she didn't. She was angry with this.
Right.
She pays pay
Pays. She pays. Right.
pays a lot
Mhm.
and not get quick medical help.
Help, quick medical help. Yes, which is a problem. So it's interesting, yes, the taxes. You would suggest that it's better that people pay lower taxes, but they can buy whatever they want and whatever they need, right? Which is also a very nice idea, yeah? Okay, ladies, thank you all. What about you? What would you suggest as a healthy society? You may again use these ideas which are given if you like any.
I imagine idea society without wars, no wars. And when people can live to I don't know, to 150, maybe to 100.
Okay, to 150, the planet would be too crowded, right?
Yes, yes. And it would be nice if people could be careful, could care about nature.
Yes.
And that people wouldn't use a lot of not weapon,
chemicals. Yeah, this is a great thing. Okay, thank you so much, Yekaterina. And I would like to ask you about no unemployment. What do you think about it? Is that the sign of ideal society? And if yes, how can we come to it?
Of course, in the ideal society, each person must have a good job, and wouldn't be any unemployment. I think to achieve this purpose, we would have a high level of education and a high level of industry that would be a lot of предприятия.
Factories, yeah, factories.
Factories with places for job.
Yeah, this is a very nice idea. Yeah, the working places for people are given by the way of developing industry in the country. It's totally true. Oля, would you agree, or do you have any more ideas about no unemployment?
Yes, I'm absolutely agree.
All right. Do you think if a person doesn't want to work, the government should push him or her to work?
No, I don't think this, because I know that some people work have free work, and also some people как занимаются искусством.
Okay, they are artists, right? Or
Ah,
they have creative jobs.
Creative jobs that they organized very interesting art objects, art пространство,
We can say spaces, yeah.
spaces, spaces, and it's also very very nice for other people.
Yes, cool. Thank you so much. So much interesting. Nice. Okay. Let's get a little bit more practice now for conditionals. Just a second. Just a sec. I'll demonstrate it. Right. And okay, here. Okay. Yes. So here we could have a couple of more practices, yeah, for second conditional, and to make sure it is easy for us to use them. If you look at number 1, we have a dialogue here. And what we need to do is complete the dialogue in the correct form. You can use would, could, yeah, and the verbs in the box. I'd like you to work individually first, and then we compare.
What does it mean, damage? It's
Damage — повредить. Okay. Ladies, a minute more? Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. Okay, we will help one another, yes, and see what are the right options. Yekaterin, you would read for A, Ola, you will read for B, yes? Let's see what we have. So Yekaterin, begin.
We should invest money in better healthcare.
I guess, but if we spend,
Spend.
not
yeah.
if we spend more.
Spend, да? Потому что we need the past simple, yeah? Spent with the T.
T. More on health, people would live longer.
Very nice. Yekaterin, go on.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, they.
What?
I don't know.
Maybe what?
No, it's not if part. It's not if part. So they would, and the verb was correct, Yekaterin. They would get. Или would get actually is also good. Yeah, they would be retired for longer. And
Governments have to would have to spend more money on pension.
Very good.
Well, what if they increased the retirement age?
Very nice. Yeah, after if past simple. What if they increased? Ola?
I know, but
sorry.
But that wouldn't be very fair. Imagine if you I don't know. I think go, but here it's not.
Expected.
Yeah, I would also say expected to retire.
If you expected.
If you were expecting, или expected, it's okay. Yeah, so it's okay to retire.
Expected to retire at 65, and then they suddenly increased the age to 70.
Okay, we know this, right? Yekaterin, go on.
I know, but they did. They would do.
Exactly.
Do it gradually, and people wouldn't suffer. I think you just don't want your taxes put up.
Right, good one. All next.
Well, exactly. If they
Если бы они сделали, the past second form.
Did that.
Did that,
It's would be. No.
It would what? Мне кажется, повредило бы экономику.
Damage. It would damage. Damage the economy, which means the government have or would get less money, and they would have to cut spending on health, for example.
Yeah, okay, this is great. Yes, so people are thinking, right, about different ways again for ideal society. Yeah, and this idea they did not like, too much. Okay, lovely. Now let's look at a couple of more ideas, but each of my sentence here, some of the sentences are incorrect. We will need to find 5 sentences that are incorrect, and we will change them. I suggest doing it together, okay, if it's fine for you. Yekaterin, read the first sentence and say, what do you think? Is that okay? Is it correct or incorrect?
If I'm president, I would give everyone an extra week of holiday. I was president.
Yes, you can say if I was a president or if I were a president. In conditionals, you can, or you would often hear if I were, right? Exactly in conditional sentences. Good. Ola, next one is for you.
If we would pay everyone a basic income, there would be less poverty. If we paid.
Yes, if we paid everyone. Good. Okay, Yekaterina, what's next?
If the government isn't investing in support for young people, crime might go up. The government wasn't investing in support for young people, crime would или might можно оставить.
Might is okay. You can say would go up, might, could, yeah, anything. Good. Ola, force.
People might trust politicians more if they didn't promise so much. It's right.
It's okay, yes. And the people who work in politics, they are called politicians. Politicians. Yeah, politicians. Right, okay. Yekaterina, 5.
If we had better education, we might, can, and racism. If we had better education, we might end racism.
Yeah, or we could end racism, yeah? Either might or could. This is no-go. All 6.
Companies improved their service if
consumers, потребители,
consumers complained more. Companies would improve their service if consumers complained more.
Okay, good. Yekaterina, and you, please.
If the government had more money, they would probably just waste it. Correct.
Correct. Totally right. Okay. So, ladies, it seemed to be very easy now for you, right? And here I find some ideas as interesting ideas. For instance, number 6 or number 7. Number 5 is also interesting one. I would like you to work together without me this time and discuss which of these ideas do you agree with, do you disagree with? If you agree, why? If you disagree, why? You don't have to discuss all of them. Choose the ones you want to talk about. Okay? You'll have about 5 minutes for that. Begin.
Olga, the 5th sentence. If we had better education, we could end racism. I think this sentence correct because if we had a high level of education or high quality of education, the people would know more about humanism, about good закон, laws of health society, and it would be equality at all.
Yes, and do you mean that people equality? It's for people who can get this education also.
Not only education, for the work, for living places, and education, of course. Yes, for all spheres of life.
Yes, I agree. I think if our education would not so expensive for a lot of people, people from another countries, another regions can or could get this education, and we wouldn't racism because it's could be people in other nationalities, Asian people, African people, like it's it's similar. It's similar like it was in Soviet Union, because in our country education was
Доступно. Easy to get.
easy. Yes, what was very easy for almost all people of our country and another country.
Okay, I agree.
And this part, yeah. If the government wasn't investing in support for young people, crime go up. Так, что-то я думала, что если бы они больше поддерживали.
Ну, так,
go up это криминальность расслаба. Investing. Не инвести. Yes, I understand. I think if the government would invested more in support for young people, the crime might be down, because crime would might be down because usually young people have a lot of free time, and when they have this free time, they can do something wrong. And some of young people haven't possibility to заниматься,
принимать участие.
To take part in some events or some sports, because now it's the most part of these activities is for not free, it's for pay, and young people use their energy, their powers in wrong direction.
Yes, of course, you are absolutely right, and I think the government must invest for institutes of education that young people could graduate high level institutes, then would get profession, would get good profession.
Yeah. Okay, ladies, very nice. Thank you so much. I've heard you and these were good ideas. I would like to help you with one word you needed, yes? And it was доступный. Did you come up with the idea or not in the end? No, it is available. I'm sure you know this word, right? Available. Okay, good. And when I heard you, you use absolutely you use really well the forms of conditional sentences, and that is great news. And you use not only would, but could, might, and everything. Great job, ladies. This is fantastic to notice. Right. And one more time, did you remember the word обстоятельства? How do we say it?
Circumstances.
Circumstances, very good. Yes, circumstances. Nice word to remember today. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, as we said already, we are hoping for a better society, but we are also part of this society, right? And we also can take part and do a little thing for a better society, of course. Okay, ladies, then have a lovely day today. I wish you a good, productive day. And I'll send you all the information of homework in the chat as usual. And see you on Thursday then, right?
Right. Thank you, Margarita.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.